Guys,
It's us.
today is the day.
It's the day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Allied Rivals have hit 100 subscribers. And this is
Yeah.
our Q&A. Hit the intro.
Allied Rivals.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's true. The time is finally here. We are doing so much this year. We've got our regular videos. We got our shorts. We got a fantasy football league. We had our anniversary. And now the Allied Rivals have officially hit the big mark of 100 subscribers.
Yes,
I'm AJ Herschel. That's Cademan Bauer right over there. We are the Allied Rivals.
Yes,
Welcome
we
to the
are.
podcast. Cade, how are you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm good, man. It's 100 subscribers, and
Yes,
now we have
sir.
104. It's kinda
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna-
Let's go.
We're gonna get to 200 someday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, I'm doing really good. A little bit tired. We just went swimming. I was doing some laps, some racing, so I think my legs are gonna be pretty sore tomorrow. But yeah, I'm pretty good. How about you, AJ?
I'm doing good. I've been busy with work and errands and a whole bunch of stuff today. But hey, this is a good. We did a Roto Hackers earlier, but this is a good way to end the day, man. Here on the Allied Rivals podcast with Porter Drinks checking in, asking, y'all watching Daytona right now? And
We're doing Allied
currently-
Rivals.
yeah, exactly. Currently I'm not. What is this? Is this Daytona 400? If I'm right, I am curious about actually
I have
who's
no
winning.
clue.
I do know nobody else probably cares about this, but yeah, no, we are currently not watching Daytona because we're here
No, we are
on the Allied
not.
Rivals podcast, and Joey Logano is winning. Let's go. That's my guy. Anyway. Oh, we got a question here from Elena S. Thanks for checking in. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for showing up. She asked, what do you plan to do for 100 million
Good
subscribers?
question.
'Cause this is our goal. We're looking for 100 mil in the next 2 years, clearly.
We've been thinking a lot about that.
Oh, yeah.
We're not sure. It's
Not sure yet. It's got to be something
Not sure
big,
yet.
though, right?
gonna be something big, like
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
go
like
out and
some
buy
kinda-
some F-250s or something. I don't
Some
know.
kind of massive event, right? We
Yeah.
got to host like a giant live interactive podcast or something.
Yes.
Inside of like the UC or something like that.
We got
Something
it.
like that.
We'll hit you with
Obviously.
it.
Obviously. Great question. Thank you for checking in, Elena. Thank you so much. And Porter Drinks as well. Kate, I know you said we had some questions already asked through our comments
Yeah.
and through people talking to you. How about we go
Yeah.
ahead and start with those two?
Let's do it. Well, I told some guys that we're doing this Q&A and told them to submit their questions right then or during the live stream. So
Yeah.
a bunch of guys sent me this. Evan, how is it that the
Let's go.
Packers have the easiest schedule and will still manage to not make it to the Super Bowl? AJ, you wanna respond?
Sure. They definitely don't have the easiest schedule this year. Let's make that clear.
They have the hardest.
Well, it's tied. It's between us
Well,
and the AFC
between
North because we play each other.
Yeah.
So both divisions have the hardest schedule. But dude, last year Packers were great. Their defense is awesome. They hit their stride at the right time. Offense was really good. When it came down to it, once they got to the NFC Championship, they just made less mistakes than Tampa. And Tampa was a better complete team. And it helps that you've got the greatest quarterback of all time, even with a broken back or whatever he had. Packers killed through the regular season. Rodgers got an MVP. Devontae Adams caught 5 billion touchdowns, helped out my fantasy teams quite a lot. Just couldn't get it done when it mattered because another team played better. That's just short of it.
Yep.
2 games against Tampa, couldn't win either.
Yep. Hey, Packers could go Super Bowl this year. I'm not calling anything because I've lived in a little bit of disappointment with all these NFC Championship losses, but we definitely do not have the easiest schedule.
Not
that's for
this
sure.
year. Good night.
Hey, we got our boy Elijah Wingard said, what do the Bucks need to do this offseason to stay an NBA Finals favorite?
Yeah, Cade, you start with this one. You're the resident Bucks fan here.
Dude, I am really unsure. Like, it seems like the Lakers are definitely the favorites in the West, and the Nets are looking like the favorites in the East because there's really no way that Kyrie and James Harden are both going to get injured in the same game.
Again.
And, yeah, again. Sorry, not same game, same series. And I don't know, man. The Nets roster is really good. And if I'm not going to lie, the Nets probably would have beaten us if Harden and Kyrie would have stayed healthy. But that's part of basketball. But I just don't think there's anything the Bucks can do. I mean, if the Bucks picked up, like, PG-13 or something, that'd be different.
Dude,
but like, I don't think there's any way the Bucks are getting any of those kinds of guys because, you know, Giannis likes to be his, you know, it's a Giannis Middleton sort of holiday show right now.
Yeah.
And you know, it worked last year. Just keep it how it is. I just don't think we'll be a favorite.
Fair enough. I don't think they'll be the favorite, but I definitely think they will be a favorite. I mean, you're retaining mostly the same team with the one major loss being PJ Tucker, but you get Bobby Portis back for sure. They got George Hill to stack the bench. I mean,
we'll take it. Whatever.
Yeah. I think part of the problem was there wasn't really that many major players out there to get outside of like DeRozan, Kemba.
Yep.
Norman Powell, but a lot of these players re-signed for major contracts with their team. Tim Hardaway, John Collins, DeMar, a lot of other teams ended up doing sign-in trades like Lonzo. So the one person I thought that they should, Mike Conley re-signed, Paul re-signed, and a lot of these players I don't think the Bucks have the cap room for. I was the one who initially proposed getting Schroeder, but he ended up going to Boston instead. Because Schroeder's a great perimeter defender, does not get enough credit for that, and attacks the basket real well. And Derrick Rose re-signed with the Knicks. I think it's just tough for them because there really wasn't much they could do with the salary cap. And B, everybody either re-signed, and the ones that didn't sign were either, in my opinion, not big enough signings to impact the team enough, or they decided to go somewhere else. So what do they need to do? Oh, man, they're going to have to learn how to – their bench is going to have to step up this year because don't get me wrong, the Bucks have a good bench, but we watched them against the Nets, and they got saved by 2 injuries. So
it's true.
Bench has got to step up this year because their front five can totally take anything.
Yep. All right, well, we got J.D. King. How are the Bears going to do with their new rookie quarterback? Could they make the playoffs this year? AJ, you're the Bears fan.
Yeah, and of course I've got one of my Chicago Bears shirts on today, of course.
Okay.
How are they going to do with a new rookie quarterback? See, here's the thing. Justin Fields is a great player. We do not have a great offensive line, and that is my biggest concern. Monty, Damian Williams, Tariq Cohen. I think we have a hyper-talented running back room, top 10 in the NFL. Wide receiving core ain't great. We got Robinson, Mooney, and a whole bunch of people we got off waivers like Marquise Goodwin. And Andy Dalton is starting. So if it was up to me, I wouldn't start Fields this year probably at all. Let him learn an NFL offense. You watch what that did for Mahomes. You watch what that did for other quarterbacks. Jacob Eason's killing it in the preseason after being able to sit behind a year with Phil Rivers. I just think it's better for a rookie quarterback to sit for a year before they actually have to go play. Could they make the playoffs? Sure. We made it 8-8 last year with Mitchell Trubisky and a banged-up offensive line and no run game against teams that actually had a defense. And the Vikings forgot how to play football. Could we make it? Sure. It's a 17 playoff. You need to be 8-8 to make it this year. But I think the NFC right now is too strong for us to be able to do well. And if Fields does play, I think he'll have some flashy moments, but I don't think our O-line is going to have enough to protect him. What do you think, Cade?
Yeah, I'm thinking probably not playoffs this year. I'm thinking, I mean, it's possible the Bears will start in maybe halfway through the season if Dalton's really stinking it up. But, if Dalton's going to get him to a 8-9 season or whatever, 8-9-8, it's not 500.
Whichever. 8-8-1.
Or they could do 8-8-1. Yeah, that
there
works. If he can get him to that, I mean, I would stick with Dalton just to make sure Fields can, it's good to get a year behind someone. Like as a rookie, it's good to get a year behind someone. But AJ, that kind of brings us to our next question.
Yeah.
With Jadon Kingsley, will the Bears ruin Justin Fields? AJ, I think they will. I mean, they might not like. I mean, I feel like Mitch Trubisky, he was looking good. Like for, I mean, I feel like
good is a good way of putting it. He was good.
Yeah, but I feel like that was still like really early, like just his first couple of years. He could have gotten so much better. I feel like under the right coaching, and I don't know, just Chicago doesn't like quarterbacks. It seems like.
Well, partially it's because you got to remember, Trubisky was the first quarterback we had drafted in like the first round since like Jim Harbaugh, right? So our quarterback situation was find somebody who will fit the role for now and then figure it out later. So I think with the Bears, and I don't know where the ruined Justin Fields headline came from or wherever, but first of all, we already said we got a brutal schedule this year. It's absolutely terrible. There's maybe a 2-week span where I'd want to start Fields. Then we get hit with Packers, Bucks, 49ers, Steelers, and then Ravens after that. It's ridiculous. It's brutal. And our offensive line is bad. So will the Bears ruin Justin Fields if he ends up not being great? I think it comes down to 3 things. A, coaching putting him in too early. B, our offensive line being a mess. And C, our garbage schedule. Our brutally hard schedule. That, I think, is what I think that's what it's going to come down to. We have a decent tight end room, great running back room, and a wide receiver core that's at least mid-tier compared to people like the Colts and the Ravens. Because at least we got A-Rob, who caught 1,000 yards last year, as a mess as our passing game was. So if it's anything, it'll be a combination of the people around Justin Fields and not Justin Fields himself. I don't think it'll happen, but it could.
Hey, and AJ, we got more with the Bears and the quarterbacks.
Bring the questions, man.
Why are the Bears starting Andy Dalton over Justin Fields? And we kind of already answered this.
Yeah.
Learn the offense. Sitting behind someone is good for you. What else?
I mean, we had already promised him QB1 before we even drafted him, too, because that was part of the incentive to bring him to Chicago. Because you don't necessarily want to throw a rookie in there game 1, especially because we got the Rams. I'm not throwing Fields against Aaron Donald, please. Yeah, so we're starting Andy Dalton because he's experienced, at least less risk.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, well, it looks like we might have a Lions fan in the house. Do the Lions have a chance to get the playoffs this year with a new coach and quarterback?
Bruh.
AJ, is Jared Goff an upgrade from Matt Stafford?
Bruh.
Dude, Matt Stafford knew the offense. He was in that offense for what, like 15 years? No, I don't know how old Matt Stafford is, but probably a decade. Yeah, probably 10 or 11 years. And there's no way Jared Goff's coming in like,
no,
dude,
no, not behind. No,
if the Rams had the right quarterback last year, they could have taken it to. They could have probably gone to the Super Bowl. Like I would not have been surprised because best defense in the league.
Oh yeah,
and they just weren't able to get that super consistent offense going. I mean, Cam Akers was starting to do stuff, but you can't put that all on new running back.
Yep.
Matt Stafford is an upgrade.
Oh, yeah.
Jared Goff is – dude, I don't even know, man. The Lions are just not in it.
No. There's not even a chance. I'm sorry, T. Visker. I know you're a KDT guy. We love it when you comment with us. But, dude, Lions do not have a chance to get into the playoffs this year. First-year head coaching rarely works out well. Jared Goff is going up in one of the toughest divisions in football against one of the toughest schedules in football with DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams, 2 decent backs, behind a messed-up O-line, a rebuilding defense that's either really young or really old, not a good offensive line, and your best wide receiver is Brashad Perriman. Dude.
Who's that? All right, next question.
The 4th best wide receiver on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 4 years ago. No. Do they have a chance? Sure. Do I have a chance to become the next man in space in the next 6 months? Yes, I do. But it's a non-zero chance, dude. I'm
pretty much the same percentage. All right, Josiah Rizzo. Is it finally the year that the Bills go to the Super Bowl? And the Chiefs are facing my favorite, the Super Bowl hangover, man.
Cademan, I know you're the hangover guy. You talk first,
the hangover,
bro.
Man, dude. Yeah, the Chiefs are.
One Super Bowl, and he declares himself the hangover guy.
If anyone, like, I don't know, it just seems every year. I mean, when Tom Brady loses the Super Bowl, that's different. But when you lose to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, or anyone else for that matter, you're going to face that hangover. Now, if any quarterback is I don't know, going to keep their team healthy and strong, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. Like,
Oh yeah.
no one better to. But it wouldn't surprise me all that much if like the Chiefs defense collapsed, or I don't know, if we had the Super Bowl curse or something, anything could happen. AJ, what do you think?
Dude, honestly, like, see, here's the thing. First of all, this is assuming the Chiefs are going to be facing a hangover. And the Chiefs, I think, are going to be one of the teams who are going to be not immune, but aren't going to get hit by the hangover as much. Like, we never talk about Super Bowl hangovers when the Patriots lost. When Brady lost to the Eagles, did we talk about a hangover? No. Exactly. He's the greatest
Tom Brady,
of all time.
That was just like another regular.
Exactly. It's just another regular season game, literally. But and that's why I think Mahomes and the Chiefs could be that next iteration of Reed and Mahomes, like Brady and Belichick, for the future. Because if you look at a lot of the teams that have lost Super Bowls in recent memory, right? Seahawks lost almost all their defense. Panthers, Newton got injured. Falcons lost almost all their defense. Contract issues, offensive coordinator leaves. Los Angeles Rams had to revamp their entire offensive line. And the 49ers lost their entire O-line and had like 5 players remaining the next season. The Chiefs, the only thing that has changed for them is the offensive line that they fixed because half of their offensive line was messed up last year. Their defense is mostly the same, almost the exact same wide receiver core, great running backs, good running backs as well, and you got Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I think a hangover is too. You can't call the Chiefs are going to have a hangover unless they get 5 billion injuries. Now, I think if anyone's going to upset the Chiefs and go to the Super Bowl, it's going to be Cleveland and then Buffalo, because I think Cleveland's got a better defense, especially after they drafted Greg Newsome.
That's fair.
So I'll say Cleveland. So like my AFC tier list: Chiefs, Cleveland, Buffalo. There you go.
All right. Wouldn't surprise me all that much, but hey, whatever. It could be. The Chiefs could be the new Patriots.
True.
Mahomes could be the new Brady. All right. Well, we got Will Hupke, who is in our fantasy football league, and he's asking if you have the first pick in the draft, who you taking? AJ, who would you take?
C-Mac.
Wait. Do you have the first pick?
No, I don't. Remember, we got fourth. I got fourth.
Okay.
Right. I was the last one for the division, so I'm almost wish I'd done that spin for the draft. But C-Mac, and partially because he's just got the best volume out of everyone. And listen, everybody, I was burned by Christian McCaffrey last year. I had him on 3 teams, and he sat on my IR for weeks, not knowing if he was going to come back or not, and then saying he was going to come back, and then having an injury on Saturday, and saying he was going to come back and have a setback on Saturday. But there's no one else who's going to get the volume that McCaffrey is. The only other people that I think about at that point is like Dalvin Cook and Derrick Henry. That's it. Mm-hmm. That is it. And Henry's going to be facing 8-man boxes. And Cook is going to be facing 8-man boxes. So I'm going McCaffrey. Because especially if I'm playing PPR, he gets all those catches too.
McCaffrey. Yeah, I so want to take Henry just because of the incredible seasons he's had.
Oh, yeah.
Just so dominant. But, I think McCaffrey, just because he has that whole extra dimension of he's basically a receiver as well.
Literally.
Like the Panthers could literally run empty formation all day, throw it to him all day, and he'd be fine. But especially if you're in a PPR league, I think I would take McCaffrey. But just Cook and Henry are just so special too. Like you can see both of them go for 4 touchdowns in a game, and it's like saved my team. So I don't know. I think I'd take Christian McCaffrey. It's just if he gets injured this year again, I don't think I will next year.
Oh man, no, not a chance.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. We got John H.
What's up, John?
Who is your top team in the NFC? Who's your NFC West? Who's your bottom team in the NFC West?
Dude, take this first, Cade. You take this one. I know. I have a feeling I know who your bottom team is, though.
Yeah. Yep. Top team is the Rams. I think that Stafford is definitely an upgrade over Jared Goff. Maybe a little overrated, but still an upgrade. And defense is still the best. I mean, Aaron Donald's awesome, and they got Jalen Ramsey, and I could name a million guys in their defense. Not literally, but you know what? Their offense only got better. I'm taking the Rams as my top. Bottom, It's definitely not the Seahawks. And I don't think that the Cardinals are going to be at the bottom with DeAndre Hopkins.
Wow. I'm a little shocked.
Really? You thought I was going to say the Cardinals?
I thought you were going to say the Cardinals as much as
No,
you
I
think
think
they're
it's gonna-
overrated.
I do think they're overrated, but they are, like, especially but I don't know. They're in that division. It is hard, but, like, I don't think the 49ers are going to be as good. Like, D-Hop, I think, is overrated, but he's still a top 3, top 5 receiver.
Whoa,
And
interesting.
Kyler-
He's fighting words with me.
Really?
I think
And I
D-Hop's
mean,
top 2. Oh, yeah. Him and Devontae,
I-
they're my top 2. Easy.
I think Stephon Diggs is.
He's 3. He's
better.
3 for me.
We
In
can
terms of skill set, he's 3.
We can have another conversation about that later, but I'm saying the 49ers are going to be the bottom team in the NFC.
All right.
West.
Fair enough. Yeah, real quick, Rams are my top. Similar to Caveman, I said as soon as they got Stafford, you watch our old free agency videos, I said this makes them Super Bowl contenders in my book.
Yep.
Easy. Great running game, even though they lost Akers. Good offensive line, great receiving core, and arguably best defense in the league up there with Tampa and Pittsburgh. Easy. Top team. Bottom team, Cardinals. I didn't like the way they looked at the end of the year last year. They were kind of a mess. Kyler Murray kind of didn't do super well. And then they're losing Kenyon Drake, so I don't know how Edmonds is going to do. Defense is still good, but then every time I just compare it to the 49ers, and I think this team almost made 8-8 with half their team being injured. So I have a hard time. That's not going to happen again. I have a hard time putting San Francisco down.
Really?
I do.
All right.
I do. Their defense, when they're healthy, is stacked, and their offense is very good. Ayuk had almost 1,000 yards with
Was
Brandon
crazy.
Allen throwing to him. Brandon
That's
Allen. And Debo's going to be back.
Yeah.
Mostier's going to be back. They got Trey Sermon in the draft. Like, they're loading up for another run. Kittle's going to be back for 6 weeks before he's out for another 7. 49ers are going to be back. They can't have another injury season. There's no way.
I mean, I don't trust Kittle anymore because he just likes getting injured way too much. But
Oh, yeah. Especially
Either
right before
way-
the playoffs in fantasy.
yeah, I guess I wouldn't be too surprised either way. I don't know. I trust Kyler Murray more than I trust Jimmy G, or
That is fair.
because I'm guessing Jimmy G's going to be starting.
I'll give you that.
So, whatever.
Yeah.
Looks like we got we got one more right now. Got one more.
Oh, hold up. We
AJ.
got a live comment first from Lightning Bauer.
Oh, congrats on 100 subs. Thank you, Lightning
What's
Bauer.
up?
Good
Thank
to see
you,
you. Good to
sir.
have you back. And we got Ben DeHaan. Rams are winning
Yes.
the NFC.
There we go. We're all in
Ben
agreement here.
DeHaan,
Oh,
good to have
yeah.
you back. Yeah, Rams are winning the NFC.
Yes, sir.
We're all in agreement.
Oh, yeah.
We got Lightning Bauer a comment before this thing started. What will it take for the Brewers to win the World
Ooh.
Series?
Cade, you're the Brewers fan. You got to go first, man.
Yeah, I got you. You know what? I feel like we're probably the second best team in the
Whoa.
NL. Do you
Okay, that makes
disagree?
more sense. No, that makes more sense. I thought you were about to say MLB for a second.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's really hard to know. I mean, the Giants are looking really good. We're kind of both staying neck and neck right now, just kind of both averaging like 7-3, 8-2 every 10 games. So it's hard to know. I mean, the Dodgers are really good too.
Mhm.
I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the Mets will do something crazy or something if they get to the playoffs, but we doubt it. Hey, I mean, I think the Brewers could definitely make it to the World Series. What I'm thinking about more is that like we're playing probably like the Sox or the Yankees, who just went on a 13-game winning streak.
Yeah, or the
or
Rays.
And that's pretty tough. Like,
Yeah.
if what will it take to win for the Brewers to win? We have arguably the best like big three pitchers in the
Yeah,
league:
Absolutely.
Freddie Peralta, Corbin, and Brandon Woodruff.
Mhm.
And we got Josh Hader, best closer in my opinion. And what we need is just batting. Like our pitchers are really consistent, and we just need good hitting, man. Like Willie Adames is been doing some stuff since we got him. He was a great addition. Omar Narvaez, Yeli's been doing a little bit, but it's just got to be consistent because we've seen it all the time. Teams can get to the World Series or in the playoffs late. Yep. Pitching is great, but they just can't get consistent hitting. You get a double, but then 3 strikeouts, and that doesn't help at all. So it's got to be it's a big team sport, like especially for offense. Like there's no doubt about it. What do you think, AJ?
Yeah, I think you put it really well. The Brewers, like you said, pitching staff is stupid good. It's ridiculous. Peralta, Woodruff, and Burns. It's crazy. All sub 1 WHIP. All of them sub 3 ERA. It's ridiculous. They're absolutely the best 3 in baseball, in my opinion, for starting pitchers. Hitting, if you look at season numbers, the Brewers haven't been great. Yeah, they're about mid-level home runs when it comes to OPS, when it comes to batting average, when it comes to strikeouts. They are some of the worst in the league year-round. But when it comes to their last 25 games, they're some of the best in the league. They've hit some of the most home runs. Avisail Garcia is hitting plus 300 in his last 23 games. So for me, the Brewers' offense has to keep the same pace that they've been going on into the playoffs. Yeli's hitting 300 right now over his last 20 games. So the Brewers need to keep the streak going. They are on a hot streak right now. This is when they needed it too, right before the playoffs. This is clutch for them. But they're going to have to go up against teams like San Francisco Giants, who are crazy good, best record in baseball. Dodgers, second best record in baseball. And then I don't even want to count the Braves out. I don't think they're going to go that far at all.
No, I don't think so.
And I don't think they're going to get – but they could get matched up with the Brewers in the playoffs, though. And they can hit. Compete. They can hit. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. Pitching staff is a little iffy, but the Braves can knock you out of the park with a stupid amount of runs, and they have been on a huge win streak recently. There are definitely teams to be afraid of, but if the Brewers keep this hitting streak going, I think they have a good chance. I think they're NL Championship at least, World Series at best.
Yeah.
Got to keep that hitting going.
I was going to mention that part of the reason our batting stats look so bad is because we had a decent amount of injuries in like the first 40 games, and you have all these new guys coming in hitting at 0 or like getting like 1 out of 10 hits, and that's kind of what like sinks our stats. But like you said, the last 25 games we've really been looking good, and we just got to keep that going.
Yeah, and to be fair, the one thing that is worrying about me though, for the Brewers is that they've looked great this past month. Also, they've been playing a lot of easy teams. Cardinals, Cubs, Nats. That is the one thing that concerns me because they lost their series to the Giants 2-1.
Yeah, that's
true.
That
is the one thing that concerns me about them. But otherwise, they're getting hot at the right time.
Yeah, we're getting good. And AJ, I know this isn't a question, but I just thought I'd ask you, what do you think the Sox need to do to go to the World Series and win it?
Dude. For us, first of all, I think Dallas Keuchel's got to get back into main form. We've got a great starting lineup around him, but I definitely don't like having him right now in this really iffy in-between state. Lance Lynn right now is one of the best pitchers in baseball. 2 ERA. He's been absolutely insane. Jose Abreu's trending for AL MVP again. He's almost 100 RBI. He's this close. Yasmani Grandal, he's back, and he scored 8 runs in his first game back. 8 RBI against the Cubs.
No way.
2 home runs and a 2 RBI double.
Wow. That's big.
And Tim Anderson is the best leadoff man in baseball. Well, okay, some people say DJ LeMahieu and some other stuff, but as a White Sox fan, I say Tim Anderson is the best in baseball. Our hitting lineup is crazy deep. We have incredible chemistry with our team, which no one would have guessed when we oh my goodness. Absolutely no one on planet Earth would have guessed that once we got our head coach, I'm blanking on his name for some reason right now. Tony La Russa. That's what it is. I don't know why I can remember. I was worried, but Lance Lynn's looking great. Carlos Rendon's looking great. Lucas Giolito's over the hump. We got Liam Hendricks and Craig Kimbrell as our closers. We just got to keep playing the baseball we know how to do. Keep hitting well, keep pitching well.
Yep. I would say the same thing.
Yep.
Well, That's all our questions, man.
There you
Unless
go.
any of you in the live comments, we got 3 of you right now.
Yep.
Anyone got any questions? Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah,
This has
dude.
been the 100 subscriber celebration.
This is nice. We basically hit 100 in about a year. It's pretty good.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should try to
Thanks.
hit 200 by our next one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in with us. Really
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
your
so
support,
much.
the views, the comments, the likes, and everything. We're going to be
Yeah.
pumping out more content, more videos. I'll say that. Content is a bad connotation on YouTube now. We'll keep pumping out these quality videos for you, our takes. We love talking with you. We'll keep up with the Allied Rivals Football League, of course.
Yep.
Kate, I don't know if there's anything else to say.
I just thought I'd give a shout out. I know who our 100th subscriber is.
Oh,
Brandon Novak. If you ever see this,
okay.
there you go. He's
Thanks,
our 100th
dude.
subscriber. Yeah, so that's big. And then we got one more comment from Ben DeHaan. Will you guys ever do any college football content?
See, I want to. It's not up to
If
me.
he really wants to. It's not up to him. It's all my decision. No.
Yeah.
We've done a little bit like mixed in other
we did bowl
videos,
games
but
and stuff.
yeah.
It was tough
we
last
did
year
that.
though, because with the
It really-
weird season with the Big Ten and Pac-12 not starting until halfway through the year. So to be fair, it was a really weird time for us with college football
Yeah.
content.
Yeah.
But I'm totally
Hey.
down because I
Yeah.
want to talk about this Big Ten ACC Pac-12 alliance and Oklahoma
All
and
right.
Texas moving. I got thoughts on that, man.
Hey, he has thoughts on it. Ben DeHaan. Maybe we'll do it. I'll let you know if we do.
Yes, sir.
Ben DeHaan, Lightning Bauer, Elena S. Porter Drink, thank you so much for tuning in, giving us some questions. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And
For
to
everybody
all the
else who gave
people
us our questions. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Shout out to StreamYard, who's been
Yes.
making us able to do this for
Mhm.
I don't know how long, over a year, but shout
Oh,
out
yeah.
to StreamYard.
Mhm.
They don't
And
get
it's super
enough
and it's
credit,
super
so-
easy. To be fair, hashtag not sponsored. StreamYard has made it
Yep.
really simple for us to
Uh-huh.
to do what we do. It's
been
real
awesome.
real easy. To share screens, come up with banners, hit up the comments. It's real simple. They've been a great
Yep,
resource for
It's
us.
pretty awesome. Well, AJ, this has been the Q&A 100 subscribers
Yes, sir.
celebration.
Yeah,
Unless you got anything
absolutely.
else, I think I'll see you next time on the One
I
and
don't-
Only
I
Allied
don't
Rivals
have anything
podcast.
else. Nope. See you guys next time. Thank you very
See ya.
much.